4, 3, 2, 1 und go!
Hello everyone, welcome to Berlin Music Radar. I'm really excited to be here. I can't believe that we're online now. We're finding us at the SA Studios, and here's our live charity event. As I said, I'm really excited, a little bit shaky, but I'm super excited to be here with my team, Clara and Tijana. How are you guys?
I'm great. Thank you, Derin. I'm super excited and welcome everybody to Berlin Music Radar live stream charity event. How are you doing, Clara?
I'm also super fine. I'm super excited to be here and I hope you have a lovely evening.
Yeah. I will start with introducing myself. My name is Derin Atay. I'm 23 years old. I'm originally coming from Izmir, Turkey. I moved to Hamburg when I was 14 years old. And in September 2020, I moved to Berlin to study music business, which it brought me today here. And at the beginning of the story, I was always a musical child who was singing and dancing around. And because of that reason, and I had a little good skills about it, I wanted to become a singer. But in the end, I knew that I was not going to be the next idol. For that reason, I kind of stopped that, and I realized I'm really good at managing and organizing things. I'm sorry. So it brought me to my artist manager story. I'm already managing 4 artists, and I'm really excited to be in the music industry, and I hope there will be industry after the pandemics as well. So yeah, I would like to pass on Clara.
Yes, hi everyone again. I'm Clara. And like I said, I'm super excited to be here tonight. Thanks to you, Derin and Tijana, and of course Caspar, who couldn't make it. And I also want to thank each and everyone who's tuning in right now and also is behind the scenes. So big thanks to Niklas and Tim, to Laura, to Stefan, to Mihnea, to Kivanc, to Matija and to Leo, who made this possible for us. Because when we started this project, we at first wanted to do it as a real show, live, physically, in a club in Berlin. But due to the pandemic, we needed to shift it to an online streaming event. So that would have been very much impossible without you. So thanks again.
And shout out to Panke again for letting us to do our event there, but unfortunately we couldn't due to corona pandemics. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm 20 years old. I'm originally from Hamburg. And I moved to Berlin in summer 2020, where I started studying music business here at SAE Institute, where we're doing the live stream right now. And but I basically started working in the music industry a bit before that. In 2018, I became a junior A&R for an indie label in Berlin. But my main work right now is working as a product manager and also social media marketing manager at that very same label. And yes, so that's basically it from my side. I'm passing on to you, Tijana. Cheers.
Thank you, Clara, and thank you, Derin. I'm super happy and excited to sit here tonight together with such young, talented, passionate music lovers. But before I go on with introducing myself, I would also like to mention that we have a 4th colleague on this team who is Caspar Klein. And unfortunately, because he's sick, he cannot be here tonight with us at the studio. So maybe we should introduce Caspar.
Yes, of course. So Caspar is a musician himself and a producer from Berlin who started studying with us also in September 2020. And he basically started studying music business, I guess, because he wanted to do or to stay as independent as he could be as a musician. And
yeah, I can totally relate that this was also one of my main reasons to start studying music business, because the industry can be sometimes so competitive that you don't have the ideas or you don't know how it works. So it's good to learn about, and I get the feeling totally. I can only relate. Yeah.
I agree. I agree with you. Like I said, my name is Tijana. I'm a former political scientist, a former radio journalist, event planner, and like my colleagues over here, I've been passionate about music since childhood as well. I learned to play piano and classical guitar when I was young, and then I switched to drumming. Now I'm a drummer in 2 Berlin punk rock bands. And I'm very passionate about music production, and I'm super happy to have produced this show together with all of you guys. And I cannot really say how much grateful I am to our video and audio team that you cannot see, but they're currently behind the cameras. And thank you so much, dear people, for making it all possible, because without you we could not do it tonight.
Possible.
So yeah, I'm going to proceed with telling you a few more words about Berlin Music Radar and what this project actually is about. So yeah, as you can clearly see, this is a live stream charity event this evening, and tonight we are showcasing 2 international newcomer artists, and we have 2 main goals: to give them exposure to our lovely talented artists, and we hope to tell you a story about how Berlin is this crazy international home of both musical and cultural diversity. So we celebrate Berlin and its creativity. And our second goal is also very important. We will be collecting donations this evening for the live event and entertainment industry that suffered monetary losses due to the pandemic. So this is why, since we are all passionate about live events and care about all the amazing people who make live events possible, this is why we are raising donations tonight for Alarmstufe Rot, which is a German-wide initiative, alliance of multiple initiatives and associations of the self-employed, freelancers, sole proprietors, medium-sized entrepreneurs, and publicly owned businesses that make live events happen across Germany. So Alarmstufe Rot started and organized protests and made demands from German government regarding passing necessary measures and programs to prevent gigantic waves of bankruptcies. So we in our team want to make sure that all these people, workers of live event industry, are heard and seen and financially supported. So later on in this show you will be seeing a QR code to our PayPal link where you can make a donation, and every contribution counts, so please donate. And can you please tell us more about what is going on next?
I would love to. We're gonna have, as we said, 2 amazing artists, newcomers. The first of them was gonna be COSIE. Would you like to first tell something about COSIE before I jump to the second one?
Sure. So COSIE is an amazing singer from Hamburg, and she's super young. She's like only 18 years old, and she started releasing in November last year. Her first single is called Backseat, and actually like her second single is coming out this Friday, which is called Built to Break. You will see it later in the show for the first time.
It's really
excited. A work premiere.
I just had like 10 seconds to hear it. I was so excited about it. I'm waiting, like you guys, to see the acoustic version of it.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be acoustic, so stay tuned for Friday. And
Yeah. Well, I will then continue with Chiny, our second artist. Chiny was born in 1996 in UK, in South London, and she came to Berlin to study biochemistry in 2018 September, which is the same year that she brought her first single out. She's a songwriter, producer, and a singer, which you're going to be able to see as a second artist tonight. And beside of that, we have 2 amazing guests. One of them is, as Tijana already mentioned, we have a guest for Alarmstufe Rot. And Marcel is going to tell us all the details about what is happening there, where this money is going on, and we will ask more questions. Will probably be interesting for you as well. And then we have our second guest.
Yes, which is Micayl, a German singer, songwriter, and also producer, who was living the last 4 years in Liverpool and now moved back to Berlin. And we will talk about how the life as an artist is in corona pandemic times and how it influences each and everyone in music industry, but also like from the artist perspective. And yes, that will be amazing.
Oh, I'm really excited for them. But I see we have a little more time to talk still. I would like to pop out a question and ask you guys, when was the last concert that you went? Would you like to start, or you?
I would maybe first like to say a word or two about, again, our guest from Alarmstufe Rot.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
It's me switching.
It's a live setting, guys, you know. So, Marcel Fery from Alarmstufe Rot, he's one of the co-initiators of Alarmstufe Rot. Will be joining us later this evening as well, and we will have a so to speak, a more serious conversation about why it is so important to still financially support the workers of live event industry. And Marcel has been working in the live event industry for over 30 years now, has vast experience as sound producer, engineer, and front of house man on major German-wide festivals such as Rock am Ring and Rock im Park. And he's the founder of Total Sound, later TCE AG Technik event company. So yeah, we also have Marcel tonight on board. And yeah, let's go back to remembering when the last concert was.
It was something like that as live events.
Well. Yeah. I don't know. I really like before the pandemic, you mean? Or like,
I mean, we can also go before the pandemic if you haven't went to one after the pandemic.
When was that?
Yeah, so before the pandemic, my last concert was in Hamburg, actually. It was like, there was already rumors about Corona coming to Germany or Europe or whatever. And I still went there. And then, because friends of mine were playing, and then a lot of people texted me, were like, we're not coming, Corona's happening, blah, blah, blah. Even though there was no lockdown, and then 2 days later, lockdown. It was crazy, but it was still nice.
It was kind of the same for me, but for me it was a club and not a concert. I can't remember, but for that time that you're saying, we went to a club because my brother was playing as a DJ, which is also kind of concert if you're gonna look like that, and nobody believed it, and it happened, but it was fun. At least I went there.
It's still happening.
Yeah, it is kind of still happening. Then we were hardly believing it, but. Yeah. Oh, no. My last concert now I know. I obviously met my artist Chiny there, which it was a great networking. And she was just so lovely. I couldn't skip her without paying attention, which brought us today again, as I'm saying. Do you remember yours, Tijana?
Before the pandemic, I cannot even remember when it started. You know, that time is a relative concept. So, I'm a passionate concert goer, and I remember back in 2019, I used to go to a live show at least once a week. So I guess my last show before the pandemic was at the end of 2019, and actually the very last concert I went to before the pandemic was the concert my own punk rock band played here in Berlin.
Nice.
It was the first weekend of March 2020. Right before the first lockdown. So yeah, we couldn't really believe that this is actually happening. And yeah.
I mean, it's almost gonna be 3 years and we can still believe it, I guess. But yeah, concerts was also a thing for me. When I moved to Germany, I obviously didn't know anyone, and then I was spending my money on concerts and going alone just to see like big artists that I was dreaming of, and I know they wouldn't probably show up in Turkey at least in 5 years. And even like going alone there was just fun because I had this chance to meet beautiful people, and I was just having so much fun. So this is a feeling that I'm missing.
Exactly. What I miss the most is this energy and emotions and feelings that you create when you're at a live show, watching your favorite artist or discovering a new artist in a live setting, in a natural setting, and this whole energy that is in the room between the artist or the band and the people, the fans, and also like the whole merchandise industry, buying their LPs or buying their cassettes, which happen to be a thing again. Yes, or just like, you know, hanging out, meeting new people that share the same passions, like the same music. This is the thing I think I miss the most about it.
Yeah, true. I think I miss it the most is like waiting in the queue before you get into the club, like adrenaline kicking, and you'll be like, oh my god, this is happening.
Am I gonna get even into front? I always had to chance like,
tickets are sold out. Oh my god, such a bummer. Yeah,
yes,
so
that's that.
So I hope you will be excited because we will be showing you COSIE in a few seconds. And before that, you will see also, like Tijana mentioned before, a quick transition where you can scan a QR code and donate something via PayPal. You don't have to, but it would be still nice.
And otherwise, you can see it on our Instagram stories. Just click it in, and now it's COSIE.
It's COSIE time.